This
So maybe
is going.
Hello and welcome to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida School of Communication and SCW17. I'm Katrina Reyes. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. First up, after multiple public displays of hate around the River City, Inside Jacksonville's Carter Mudgett takes a closer look at how the community is responding to push back against hate.
Sometimes it feels like we're going backwards in Jacksonville.
2023 began with fireworks and confetti, but has been increasingly tarnished by displays of hate that are just as public. Jacksonville is no stranger to public displays of hate either. Anti-Semitic messages were written on banners hung from highway overpasses, and white supremacy symbols were projected onto buildings downtown. Particularly in the last 18 months, Florida has been a hotbed for hate, part of a movement that some say is turning Jacksonville around.
I sense that there's a corporate awareness in Jacksonville, this growing sense that we are in some ways going back from a growth towards being a multicultural city that respects each other.
There were nearly 3,700 anti-Semitic incidents across America in 2022, the highest number ever recorded by the Anti-Defamation League. They haven't stopped. After 9 months into 2023, there have been 27 different anti-Semitic events across Florida alone, including 3 in Jacksonville.
It's certainly jarring to come across a person with a big Nazi flag in public. It takes a lot of chutzpah, a lot of gall. It doesn't deter the Jewish community. From my experience, it galvanizes the Jewish community.
All 50 states have felt the impact of anti-Semitism this year. However, Florida in particular has been the site of various forms of public hate, namely those against the LGBT community, Black community, Jewish community, and everyone in between. Locally, the Jewish Community Alliance and Jacksonville YMCA have launched a new campaign called Together Against Hate that aims to bring diverse voices to diverse places across the city, opening the door to new conversations about combating hate in all its forms.
We're hoping that we get, even if it's just one person from this series of programs, but hopefully it'll be more, that at least listens, that wouldn't have listened before, then it was a successful thing to do. I think lack of exposure, lack of knowledge about other groups is a major reason why people have the prejudices they do. I expect it to be a recurring thing, because unfortunately I don't think we're going to fix all the problems in a 6-month program.
Conversations may not be the final solution to Jacksonville's problem of hate, but they are a start. The Jewish Community Alliance and Jacksonville's YMCA Together Against Hate series will tackle 5 forms of hate ranging from racism to anti-Semitism. It will end with a 5K run in February 2024. Carter Mudgett, Inside Jacksonville.
Though Jacksonville Mayor Donna Deegan couldn't make the kickoff event in person, the mayor issued a proclamation officially making September 14th Together Against Hate Day in the River City. At the end of this series, residents of Jacksonville will have the opportunity to join together in February for a run against hate. Now we head on to Ian Cork and his trip to a local advertising agency that helps promote businesses of all kinds.
Today, we shine a spotlight on 3D Digital, a marketing and advertising agency right here in Jacksonville. Nestled in the heart of Bay Meadows, 3D Digital has been helping local businesses since its opening in 2001. Their mission is to fuel growth for businesses of all sizes, but their most profound impact lies within helping small businesses. Having empowered over 100 clients to reach their goals, 3D Digital has sure left a mark on our local business landscape.
So Money Pages is an advertising company and we focus on print. So we do magazines, direct mail pieces, all that kind of stuff. And then 3D Digital is more so digital marketing. So we have a video production company, we have an in-house studio. So our founder and CEO, Alan Worley, in 2001 wanted to make a difference in our community by bringing local savings to readers and also helping local businesses grow.
3D Digital has 2 main social media employees, Julie and Julie's partner, Kevin. They've been working together for about a year now, and they are partners in crime.
So a lot of the companies that we work with are referred over from Money Pages, and a lot of them are smaller companies that are here, and their owners are also their operators, and they don't have a lot of digital marketing experience. So they come to us for help, and getting them the increased business and seeing the results come in, and having them come to us and say, like, this has really helped us grow. One of the coolest things I've gotten to do while I've been here is help dreams come true. They fulfill wishes for kids that are in the hospital. They needed help reaching, I guess, donors, and then getting exposure here in the community. So we work closely with them, and that's been really gratifying to see us help those people and help that organization grow and be able to make a bigger impact on more people's lives, because it's such a great organization and with such an important mission.
Such an inspiring story that really shows the power of marketing. Ian Cork, Inside Jacksonville.
Malavi Washington made his professional mark on the tennis court. Even today, Mal is still serving up aces and making a difference with his Malavi Washington Youth Foundation. Inside Jacksonville's Mauricia Brown takes us to the foundation to show how much it has affected the lives of the alums.
The Malavi Washington Youth Foundation has been impacting the community and the youth of Jacksonville for over 2 decades.
Malavi Washington Youth Foundation has helped me in life skills, leadership, and tennis by helping me mentally and physically be stronger. It's now helping me in college with the scholarships I won through the program.
The program is still setting the youth up for success.
The program has impacted me in such a tremendous way. I was able to graduate college debt-free, which is really unheard of, I feel like, for a lot of college students. I've also been able to gain a second family.
The program is big on mentorship and ensuring the kids have someone to look up to.
So I've been a mentor for 4 years, and each year has been a great experience. Noah, my mentee, has gone from kindergarten into the 4th grade this year, and it's rewarding to watch him learn and build that relationship, but it's also really neat to be in the mentor room where there's other mentors and mentees working and watch all of the different styles and see kids connect with mentors and learn. It's a really rewarding experience. It's a once a week commitment. I come out on Monday or Tuesday afternoons at 3:30 or 4:30 for my time with Noah and have an absolutely fantastic time.
The Malavi Washington Youth Foundation is all about serving hope and changing lives. It has put me through college, took me to places I've never been, and has gave me hope to have a successful career.
TNT is an after-school and summer youth development program, and our goal is to provide the resources to the youth in our program that they need to rise to their full potential and become contributing members of society.
Mauricia Brown, Inside Jacksonville.
The Malavi Washington Youth Foundation is still serving up hope and changing lives. Coming up, the road to I Do is often a stressful one. We'll take a closer look at wedding planning. Also after the break, a trip to the dance floor where everyone is moving to their own beat. We'll explain. Inside Jacksonville, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Up next, Inside Jacksonville's Kara Scarborough gives us a local look at what goes into a wedding and why these major events are getting so expensive.
Over the past decade, weddings around the country have evolved into a much bigger deal than they used to be. This assumption is easy to make from social media, but wedding planners agree that weddings are getting to be more expensive.
Costs have gone up on food, on alcohol, venues, and I think it's directly correlated with there's a major hardship on finding labor to produce all of these things.
In Jacksonville regionally, I see between a $30,000 to $45,000 range. Across the board, that's kind of like your standard.
According to the Knot.com's annual Real Weddings study, the average wedding in Florida last year was $30,000, which is $2,000 more than the average wedding in 2021.
They're definitely spending more than when I first began. I think just the world of weddings has grown. I attribute that to Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff.
Social media has increased what newly engaged couples are exposed to while they're planning their weddings. Vendors can gain their audiences on social media platforms alongside couples who are looking for inspiration on their big day.
I believe social media plays a massive part in the industry. You know, just to be honest, people want their Instagram to look really good, and they're not going to have somebody, like they don't want to have their photography not look great on their Instagram.
On social media, you see these amazing, beautiful weddings, and it's just not achievable sometimes. And so sometimes social media made me feel a little bit sad about my options.
I like having the TikTok tips of do this or don't forget this.
Around Jacksonville in particular, there are many different wedding trends that have picked up in the last couple of years.
I know in this region we tend to see a lot of the exit. So whether it's a sparkler exit, confetti.
In North Florida, we have a lot of like rustic venues, so barn venues, and those are always super popular.
From speaking to brides and people in the industry, there are several main components that are the most important to couples on their wedding day. These include the venue, the guest experience, the hair and makeup, but the most important factor to these brides is how they're going to remember their wedding day, captured through photography.
I would prioritize photography more in my wedding. I think I was very focused on getting back to the party, and now I wish we had some more pictures.
You can look at a picture, you know, of your first kiss or your first dance or something, and it'll just evoke a lot of emotion and bring back a lot of memories.
At the end of the day, elements such as photography are focused around people, which is the priority for couples and vendors alike.
For me, I think what makes a wedding special is that you invite the people that you want to be there.
It can really make or break your wedding day, depending on who you have around you.
Kara Scarborough, Inside Jacksonville.
Wedding planners, photographers, vendors, and of course, brides are all busy as they try and plan perfection and deliver it. Up next, Inside Jacksonville's Catherine Keith takes us to Hush Hush in 5 Points to experience a new kind of dance, silent disco.
Welcome to the newest growing trend to partying in Jacksonville on the weekends. This is called silent disco, and it's held at places like Hush Hush, which is a community bar located in 5 Points.
I've been coming here for about 2 years. I just moved here about 2 years ago, so this is the first spot that I've ever been to. I'm here in Riverside.
Do you like coming here? You come here with a lot of friends?
Yeah, me and my roommate come here about every weekend. We come here about every weekend. This place is so cool. There's really good vibes here.
There are plenty of ways to interact with others here at Hush Hush. You are offered your own set of headphones with a variety of music to switch between, as well as a station that is specifically set for song recommendations from those in the crowd.
So I really love silent disco because like it gives the aesthetic that you're amongst people, but you still get to like vibe by yourself. Like I think that's really cool. Just see how people listen to things in headphone, and I want to like now start making music for things to be in headphones so I can, you know what I'm saying, translate my music to. Exactly, you know, it makes people feel like, okay, I want to listen to this because it speaks to me a lot more, and the headphones kind of make you more personable, you know? So, yeah.
With silent discos like this one growing very quickly, Hush Hush, despite its ironic name, displays a place that brings in fun, laughter, and a lot of great music, even though you can only hear it through your headphones. You said it's your first time?
It's my first time at the disco, yeah.
What do you expect out of the disco today?
You know, maybe just to meet some cool people, you know, experience some cool vibes. I spend most of my time studying, so it's nice to get out of the house, you know? So, yeah, just seeing how it goes.
This is really how people vibe and how people meet, so, and much better than normal bars, so I really can't explain it. It's just kind of a phenomenon that came on with our generation, and I just love it. I think everyone has a good time and loves to just boogie to their kind of music.
Silent disco is the party community's way of letting loose and enjoying music with those around you, no matter what you're listening to. Catherine Keith, Inside Jacksonville.
Hush Hush will be holding more weekly events outside of its normal silent disco hours every Friday and Saturday. Check out their website, hushhushheadphones.com, for more info. Parlor Donuts opened its first location in 2019 in Indiana before a migration brought the brand to the First Coast. Inside Jacksonville's Teresa Hardman introduces us to the owner to find out what makes donuts work in Jax.
Coffee and donut shop Parlor Donuts first began in 2019 in Evansville, Indiana, but have made their way down to Jacksonville in hopes to expand the brand. I sat down with store owner Israel Guibas in Jacksonville Beach, the newest of 4 Jacksonville-based locations, to answer how Jacksonville was the best place for Parlor to grow.
When we talk about the Jacksonville area, it's such a big area, right? The biggest city land-wise in the United States, right? So we know that. It takes an hour to drive across it. So with that, you have a lot of people from different social, economic backgrounds. So I think it's a perfect fit for us. As we're expanding into different locations, you know, one of the fun things is that, you know, people from the north side or west side of Jacksonville, even into the St. Augustine area where we have a lot of tourists. You know, the whole premise of Parlor is that it's a gathering place. You know, the name Parlor itself is, in the old days, that's where people came to a home and they would gather in the parlor to discuss whether it was, you know, the news of the day or just socializing with friends and family.
Currently, Parlor Donuts is set to open their 5th Jacksonville area location in Golf World by the end of the year. Including his wife and 3 children in ownership, Izzy keeps a constant connection with each location to stay in tune with all aspects of the business.
And it's real easy as you expand, right, to kind of lose touch with exactly those things that we just talked about, that community, because you get buried in the weeds of trying to run a business. And I think what so far we like to stay true to that is that our ownership has still maintained that contact with each individual location.
With 5 other locations in the greater Florida area coming soon, including Gainesville, Fort Myers, and the Villages, Parlor Donuts continues to spread using their Jacksonville locations as a baseline for local growth and connection, which is the core for making the company so successful. This keeps the locals coming back for more, and Parlor stays the perfect place to gather. Teresa Hardman, Inside Jacksonville.
Future expansion is in the works as the company eyes additional markets in the Sunshine State. Coming up, we'll come clean and show you what goes into a good bar of soap. Plus, I'll take you for a closer look at the First Coast Billiards community. Rack 'em up and get ready to break. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW17. Welcome back. What goes into a good bar of soap? The answer is plenty. Inside Jacksonville's Mallory Pace shows us what goes into a good bar of soap.
Nicole Boschel, also known as Messy Soap Maker, is the founder of Natural Desires Soap Company in Jacksonville, Florida, that sells all natural skin products made with real, raw ingredients. After a project at her former job made her research how to make products like soap and bath bombs, she was shocked to find how long and unnatural the ingredients lists were.
It kind of connected my brain of why I always had a terrible reaction on my back when I came out of the shower. Really, really dry, really, really itchy, almost eczema prone. I was like, okay, well maybe all these studies, all these toxins, all these chemicals lab made, maybe that's why, because there's so many studies linked to them actually drying you out.
Nicole knew she wasn't alone in her bad experiences with products that were supposed to help her skin. So after more research, testing, and soap making, she launched her online store of products made with real ingredients.
So I would research mostly online and kind of learn how to make my own. So I ended up making an oatmeal milk and honey soap that served my skin very, very well. But I did know that I was passionate about creating something that was healthy for myself. And it kind of grew into a need that, everybody else needed it more than I thought.
That was 7 years ago. Now she has her own store in the Avenues Mall containing shelves filled with products and experiences like soap making classes, build your own body scrubs, and much more. To ensure their products are made with all natural ingredients, Nicole and her employee Jasmine go live on social media every Tuesday at 2 o'clock and show themselves making a batch of soap.
We don't just throw something together. We always think about it, always has an intention, and we always listen to what people need. For example, our new brightening soap, so many people were coming in saying that they had dark spots and they just really struggled with just the dark spots. And so we have a new brightening soap that has key ingredients that are very, very helpful for that. And we literally are making it, we're making it again today. And the last time we made it was 3 weeks ago. So it's selling like crazy. Yeah. And it's only because I listened to what they said.
Natural Desires is recently recognized as the winner of the 2023 Best of Bold Cities Specialty Shop, an award voted on by the community of Jacksonville.
Our community just really pulled through, and that was kind of the love that I was mentioning.
What started as making soap in her kitchen to try and get rid of itchy skin has turned into a dream come true for Nicole as she continues to help others like her. Mallory Pace, Inside Jacksonville.
Our skin is the largest organ. It only makes sense to treat it well. Inside Jacksonville's Alexa Villegas takes us on a journey to explore Fig and Willow. It's a small business with a big mission, to make women feel loved and beautiful.
Boutiques are always a joy, and today we present to you a hidden gem. I'm a Fig and Willow, a local boutique located in San Marco that was started back in 2016 by Katie Warner. With another location in Neptune Beach, it has become a sensation in the Jacksonville area.
She started Fig and Willow to have affordable clothes that women from all ages could shop at and really feel beautiful in.
It's an all-woman staff. Fig and Willow understand women needs and want your experience to be unique.
It's very affordable. There's a lot of boutiques around Jacksonville that have a higher price point, and we tried to make sure that our clothing is accessible.
They carry many different brands, but as a local business, they make sure to give their support to the local community by hosting events and giving them spotlight.
So our big labels that we keep here is E-Supply, Pistola, Buy Together. We also have Show Me Your Moo, which is really fun. We have 2 jewelry businesses that we work with locally. Coast and Cove is one. They have lovely stuff. And then also 904 bracelets, which is done by a young boy actually here in Jacksonville.
Women support women in Fig and Willow. They believe that the key to success is to envision your future.
I think the best advice I would give is to just believe it's already there and out for you. There's plenty of room for women in business, so don't feel like anything is oversaturated. Like, there's room for you out there, so just go for it.
Alexa Villegas, Inside Jacksonville.
Fig and Willow has 2 locations in San Marco and Neptune Beach. Finally this month, the balls are racked, the cues are chalked, and we're ready to break for a look at pool on the First Coast, and it can get competitive.
Pool is mostly thought of as something you see in bars and pubs, but it's much more than that. The Jacksonville pool community loves to queue up, compete, and have fun, and what better way to do that than joining pool leagues like the USA Pool League. One of the biggest pool halls in Jacksonville is Cue Ball Billiards, which holds 3 USAPL divisions and 27 teams. Bobby Garza says that having more than enough people is what keeps it rolling in the USAPL.
It's really fun, you know, when you get more teams to join in. It makes me feel like, you know, we're doing something right.
USAPL not only welcomes pool players, but also anyone who wants to start playing pool. Any player can join the league regardless of skill level or age.
We need all skill levels, and then it's up to you what you do with it. You know, if you want to come in and you want to improve your game, the USAPL is where it's at.
We do allow juniors, anyone under the age of 18, as long as they are tall enough to reach the table and they can understand the rules, they are allowed to play.
The league always shoots for camaraderie and teamwork. Players happily cheer for each other's games, and shooting advice from coaches are accessible in your back pocket.
Anybody who wants help, I'm willing to help them. I work with them one-on-one. We stay later or come in earlier and put in 2-3 hours of drills.
Teams around USAPL work together to compete the best way possible, and players have the opportunity for their skills to spin on top.
I want to learn. I want to get better. I always want to improve. And with pool, there's always room to improve.
Whether you want to kickstart your shooting prowess or take a break from work or school, everyone is welcome to join USAPL's pool playing extravaganza. You can join the USAPL and play your heart out while enjoying perks like raffles, cash payouts, and a chance to compete in Las Vegas. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Inside Jacksonville. If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, and look under the Digital Journalism tab, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at InsideJacksUNF. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month right here on the CW17.